Up on the cul-de-sac.
Yo, it's your girl, DJ ECP. I'm here live. It's a new episode of the KULDESAC KREW.
With a K.
With
For you, Bees. What the heck?
Oh my
Preparing myself
gosh.
too. I was
You
so
said you've
ready.
been
I
trying
was
all
like, with the
week
K,
and all
with the
the
K.
time.
I feel like-
about that.
I'm gonna get it, guys. I'm gonna get it.
We are here. Yeah, Bees, we got our new KULDESAC KREW host over here.
Thank
Bees,
you, thank
welcome.
you.
How's it feel? You know, third
Honored
episode,
always.
right?
Yes, third.
Three.
Yes,
Third.
I'm excited.
Third time's the charm.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Third time's the charm.
welcome.
Nice.
Thank you.
I got my boy over here, David G.
What up, everybody? Hopefully everyone's having a beautiful night.
Yes. And tonight we have our special guest here. We got Spontaneous Worldwide in the house.
Indeed, it is an honor and a pleasure, and
Yeah.
I'm so humbled to be in your presence and your
Aw,
grace.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
So,
that's
thanks
sweet.
for coming to the cul-de-sac right here. I know
Yeah, man.
you got a friend here right here on the cul-de-sac too.
Of course, talk to him.
Yeah, what's up?
Chosen one. Thank you so much for having me.
welcome.
Thank you so much. This is a beautiful thing.
And we heard something too.
Oh yeah.
Yes, a little birdie told us.
Good. Now
It's
we
more
getting
kind of
it.
like an eagle that told us, and a little birdie over here.
Right.
A little whisper that it was your born day.
Yep.
Cake day.
Cake day.
It's my born day today. You know, it's my born day. We got
Happy birthday.
got some shit. Thank you so much. You know, wanted to celebrate. You know, I'm working on my birthday, but this is what we live for. Hip hop, baby. You know, that's what it
Yes.
is.
Yeah.
You know, so this is the best birthday gift ever, man. So
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's great to be able to. We got the cameras here. We got it, audio recording live. We're here live
Part
on
of the
air.
crew,
But yeah, it's a nice way to document this. Document
Yeah.
the birthday and just
Yeah.
a special celebration here.
What's
on the
what's
KULDESAC.
actually dope is that this is his first production, his first body of work.
Okay.
So it's really a great birthday gift for me to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm
Okay.
glad that we had an opportunity to be here on the show on his birthday. So
Okay.
good shout outs to you.
That's dope. That's what's up, man. I mean, you were literally like hitting the ground running right here with this. But it's
it's really it's a blessing because I've been doing music. I mean, literally like all my life. So
yeah.
at first I was an MC, singer, songwriter, but I linked up with Spawn and said, "Hey, man, I want to start producing," and we just took it from there.
Ain't it funny how life puts it? Sometimes you want to do one thing and it leads you in another way.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
So this is my first body of work. It's a celebration. I'm glad y'all embracing it.
Yes.
Shout out to everybody, man, showing love.
Awesome. A dynamic duo.
Absolutely.
Well, each week we always go around the circle. It's kind of like we call it black tabletop almost instead of the red
Yes.
tabletop. Yeah, we always go around and we talk about like what was happening on the cul-de-sac this week. So we go into some, upcoming news and current events and everything. But David G, I always like to start off with David G. What did
Yes.
David G do
They
this
always
week?
want to pick on me because they know I ain't
How
doing
was your
shit
week?
You're
except.
so private. They don't post nothing.
Honestly,
exciting?
today was a realization now that you're speaking about your birthday, someone else's birthday at work. I was talking about, I'm like, damn, I need to start planning my birthday getaway in November, I'm like,
In November. Oh
What?
my gosh.
What?
We were just
we were just talking about that
These was-
because I was like, I want to go to Disneyland for my birthday in September, and I was like, Elena, when's your birthday? She's like,
said
October.
October.
And I was like, oh, when's David G's? November.
Yeah. We go down the road. Wow,
What is
that
your
is crazy.
secret
Yeah.
power?
Mine's is in October, so then
Okay.
so we
All
got
right.
something in common.
You're going
Oh, wait, is it
I
Libra?
You're
celebrate
going to
October
Disneyland
1st to October 31st. I don't know how y'all get down, but nobody is
I know.
safe from October 1st to 31st. You come around,
Hey, honestly,
you
yeah.
about to homage is gonna get paid.
My birthday starts on the 31st because I'm the 3rd of November, so like it starts on Halloween.
On Halloween,
As it
okay.
should.
And then it goes on to my
Man,
birthday, and then
how
it just
dare
keeps
you-
going to Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Oh gosh, we just eating all good.
Wait, you cannot claim our holiday, Halloween,
Absolutely.
and Thanksgiving.
Why can't I?
Violation.
Those are
Yeah,
two.
word.
That's
Birthday
not fair.
violation.
That's like me, like
I did
doing
like a Euro step
Halloween,
kind of thing,
and
I'm right there.
At
July
midnight, he might be able to. If he stay up at midnight, he can kind of claim it. I get it.
I claim all of fall for my
oh
birthday
my
then.
gosh, oh my
Seasonal.
gosh. Well, okay, moving on. Chosen one. How was your week? What did you do? Anything exciting? Anything
Oh,
going
man,
on
I
in
just-
KULDESAC?
Oh man, I just chilled. You know, I do a lot of work. You know, I'm an entrepreneur, so
See you guys out doing making videos.
yeah, just trying to build up the content, having fun. You know, just by the pool. I'm a laid back person. You know, hang out with my wife and all that. You know, just chill. You know, listen to the album.
Yeah.
And that's it. You know, I'm 33. This my Scottie Pippen year. So you know, I just want to be low key. I'm laid back, baby. You know. So
Hey, this is
That's
my Paul
what's
Pierce
up.
year, you know. 34.
hey, I love Paul Pierce. It's my team back.
Hey,
in
he's
the day.
talking a lot of smack right now. I'm just like, I don't know, man.
Yeah. Paul Pierce. I grew up on Paul Pierce,
Yeah,
man. That's my
yeah.
era. Basketball, for sure.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That sounds laid back. You know, it was a very hot week, so I don't even blame you.
Yeah, I couldn't
You
do
just
too
gotta
much
stay
anyway,
inside.
you know. So
Lay low.
absolutely, you know,
Yeah,
you don't
and
want
the
to burn
AC,
up out there.
You guys
Right.
have a pool?
We got a pool at the crib, you know. Got a pool.
Oh,
That's
yes.
the best.
That's
You know?
luxury.
You know, you
Right.
paying all this rent in LA. You got to at least get that pool, huh?
Tell me about it. We're paying for great weather and poolside
Oh
views.
man, you know, I don't
What
smoke.
about
but,
over
you know.
here, Mr. Spontaneous? What you got going
Right.
on this whole week?
BBWs, Domino's Pizza, classic DVDs, getting money,
There you go.
creating
Yes.
music,
Yep.
you know, trying to figure the game out,
Right.
looking at all this. Can I cuss on this station?
Yeah, it's
You
internet.
know, looking at this fuckery, and lastly, I'm in the comments, man. When you see the fuckery, I go right to the comments and not
Right.
just, you know. But at the end of the day, all jokes aside, it's really just seeking peace, understanding, and helping others. You know what I mean? That's really my motive. Everything else is just kind of smoke and mirrors, but that's really what I'm really about. Like peace. It's all. If I'm out trying to get money, it's really it resorts back to peace and rest. You know what I mean? So
Right.
everything else, you know, health is wealth. That's
Health
my
is wealth.
foundation. So
Absolutely.
that's it. Besides that, BBW and this ice.
I love it. Well, Bees, how was your weekend? Was it BBW filled?
Actually, I do work at a
Yeah.
gentleman's club, so absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes, I have
that's what I was
BBWs. I have a
saying.
great
Well, okay.
job.
I think I'm
Boobs
playing.
and butt all the time, all weekend. But it was overwhelming. It gets exhausting. I'm also
See,
practicing.
it's exhausting. It's exhausting.
It can be.
It's just I'm sure spontaneous can relate.
Exactly.
She got body. She got body. Ooh, big body and drive a big body. Well, you know, yeah, we got a song on the album called BBW. You know.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, so we gotta play it at the club for sure.
I hope the cul-de-sac was able to listen to the.
Oh my gosh! But yeah. What about your week? Yeah.
So I just worked and I have to practice because I'm still a baby DJ. And
yeah.
my first event was a fashion show, but this next event it's gonna be like a end of summer like pool party. My really good friend Tyler
there?
throws it. Yeah,
there?
you better be. You better be. You better be.
Yeah.
It's called the Summertime Sesh, and we're in the cannabis community, so there's going to be a lot of big cannabis vendors, cannabis performers, artists. So definitely check her out. You tune in with her for sure. Her name's Tyler
Absolutely.
Therapy.
Okay.
So it's going to be on September 3rd. So I'm just been
Yo.
practicing and listening to all this music.
Yeah.
I'm bringing the East Coast and the West Coast combined because all the DJs play West Coast music because they're from here.
Right.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be a good blend. This is going to be fun. So
Yeah.
that's the goal.
We gonna connect because my man Triune has an album called Green Tape, and it's cannabis friendly. It's really towards that community, and it sounds impeccable. So I think that once we connect those dots, it's really going to benefit whatever you're doing in that area. So
That would be
I
awesome.
smoke cigars, so I ain't really cannabis friendly.
Okay.
It's smoke friendly.
Yeah.
So we talking
smoke
blunts
friendly.
then?
Smoke.
I'm like
Got it.
I'm like a 5-8 Suge Knight. Like I'm a cigar.
Okay, I
I'm the
got you.
cigar guy.
Do you like
Okay.
cigarettes?
No.
Okay.
We don't
As
do that.
long
It's different.
as
That's different, yeah.
That's different. Yeah,
different.
that's a little different.
Yeah, we celebrate with cigars.
That's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, let's
But
get let's get into
brilliant.
upcoming events, man. I don't know if there's anything that's really exciting. I know that we're always trying to build in, advertise what's going on with small businesses and within our communities. So I definitely know in Tuesday night in Rancho Cucamonga there is an event called that's put together by HQ Promotions and Black Planet Entertainment. It's called Tuesday Night Live. And it's an artist showcase out there in Rancho Cucamonga. There's going to be live R&B music, spoken word, and also a bar there. So 21 plus with ID. And also, it's going down at the legendary Epic Events Center. So that's going to be this Tuesday. Doors open at 7 p.m. If you're interested in going or checking that out, it's also going to be Taco Tuesday out there.
Nice.
Tickets are for pre-sale are just $15 or $20 at the door. But if you go, you're going to be helping support KMA Content, who is one of our alumni from the KULDESAC crew right here. So you're going out there, you're supporting the small business. And if you have music, definitely reach out to KMA Content with a K. That's fact.
Because it could be a C.
Yes, it could. And if you're interested in being a part of that showcase, definitely inquire about that. But that's pretty much. I know we got the OC Fair going on.
Yeah, man. Something happened at the OC Fair.
Yeah, there's a lot going on at the OC Fair. There's an art exhibit though, and we'll get into what was really going on. But for those people that love art, love music, there's an art of music exhibit that's going on during the OC Fair that's open till August 13th.
Oh, who is
so it's an art. It's one of the Huntington. It's called the Huntington Beach or the Huntington Park building, and it's a whole exhibit, and it's focused on the art of cover albums. So there's going to be vendors there. There's going to be live art, which is a huge part of hip hop. You know, you go to the shows and they are doing art right there. So it's going to be just like that where they're doing art. There's going to be stores, pop-up shops that sell vinyl records. Nice. So if you're like an entrepreneur, like to, or a collector of those things, it's definitely something to check out. So maybe that's why Machine Gun Kelly was at the OC Fair this week with Megan Fox.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, artists checking out other artists, but man.
In current news. Let's talk about that.
We're talking about, we have music news on top of music news on top of music news. It's nuts. You guys joined us in a beautiful week.
Please, yes.
We're just talking about the OC Fair. And then a fan just went crazy on Machine Gun Kelly, tried to punch him. The security guard kind of like rammed into Megan Fox into the barricade.
Smushed her.
Yeah. But it was like a little scrum,
Yeah, and Machine Gun Kelly like came up and like he like paused for a second, not realizing what was happening, and then he pulls Megan. He's like, "Here, I'll save you. I'll take you. I'll take your hand."
Yeah, a lot of people are doing some very outlandish things to get attention. Right. So as artists, our security is very important, and it's very expensive. But at the end of the day, you can't take any chances. So it's like people. Things they do for attention.
Yeah, like that
to
girl
go
with
viral.
Drake.
Yeah,
right.
That she went berserk.
I mean, this is kind of like a fine line though, because what happened at the OC Fair is they were getting on Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox were getting off of a ride. There was these two guys there that noticed that it was Megan Fox, the Transformer girl. One of the guys simply said, "Oh, you're hot as fuck." That's what he said. That's what triggered.
Sounds like a guy.
That's what triggered Machine Gun Kelly.
Absolutely.
He goes over there, MGK goes over there and goes to slap him. And then, that's when it started.
I mean, honestly, in all honesty, I would be like, slap me. Slap the fuck out of me. I'm about to get rich. I'm about to get a check.
Right,
what the fuck you talking about?
Yeah.
All because I said she hot as fuck.
That's ridiculous,
I'm about to get a bag.
though.
Thank you.
That's there's like that 50-50 there.
Yeah, you got it.
I mean, look, you got a beautiful woman. He's not the only
one that's saying
guy that's saying it. So you're gonna punch everybody that says your girl's hot.
I'm sure if he goes on Twitter, everyone's like, "Oh, she's hot as fuck." Like, what is he gonna do?
Come on, man. You can't. You know what I mean? You should take that as a compliment. You know what I'm saying?
Just be like, "Thank you." And walk away with her on your hip and stuff.
Yeah. Would you rather someone say, "Yeah, she's ugly as fuck"? Yeah.
I understand why he slapped him.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
But like, why you slapping? Now he's just probably gonna try to get a bag.
There you go, man. There you go. And he fell for the trap.
Right.
We call that the Will Smith effect. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like a woman gives you about 1.2 seconds to do something. Are you going to do something? And if you're not, then you fall into you a sucker, or you fall into, oh my God, baby, thank you on the drive home. Thank you for slapping that guy. You're so brave. It's like, yeah, but that's going to cost us $250,000. I don't care. It just shows that you're a man. And so that's the Will Smith effect. It's like, he should know as a celebrity. It's like, bro, just take it in stride. And she should know as well.
Right. I felt like Megan, once again, is put in a situation where she has to like, she handles the media so well with the things that she's had to endure in the public. I mean, the security guard just totally like, it was more actually, the security guard did more harm to Megan than the actual
comment. Yeah.
I mean, and that's, I would definitely be talking to my security guard. And then here's Megan again having to act like nothing just happened, when she's got all these fans around her still saying, Megan, you're hot. Megan, we love you. Megan.
Yeah, the over...
And like, it's just like, wow.
Overstimulation.
Yeah. Well, I mean, moving on. Okay, so in this news, I'm going to just touch base because I feel like this has to be said. Rest in peace, Tony Bennett.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Legendary.
Legend in jazz. Passed away at 96.
It's a good life.
Yeah, that is a good life. You can't like.
It's a great life.
Can't be too sad about that. You know?
Yeah, that's a long life.
And he was still active.
Oh yeah.
That's I mean, as a musician and as an artist, that's
all you want.
That's a blessing in itself.
He started fully functional and everything.
Oh yeah, totally, and making great music. So
can't be mad at 96.
I mean, my goal, I've been telling everyone, is 100. I got to get back to the gym, but my end goal is 100. Anything after that is a blessing.
Right.
Yeah.
But at 99, it ain't.
Nah. I need to make 100. That is my personal life goal. That is my dream goal. Yeah.
I would never want to live to 100.
Why not? What about Tony Bennett?
Jesus, please take.
But you know what's so funny?
100.
At every different age, like, you've never been 40 or 50 or 60 or 70 ever before. So you're living for different reasons at different ages.
Right, that's very true.
You know what I mean? So
that's
you might have great-great-grandkids, and you're like, oh, I wanted to see my na-na-na. So at different ages, you just aspire to, if you're healthy and pain-free, you want to keep on, but pain is a... chronic pain. A lot of people's like, yo, God, I'm ready to check out. Okay, when is the train coming? Because I'm trying to get on this thing and get out of here. No, for real. People are really waking up with pain and really living through terrible sicknesses.
I mean, I know there's like in Norway or Finland or something, they got people that can go to your house and put a shot in you and want you to just go to sleep and not wake up,
Right?
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Angel of death type of vibe?
Yeah, but it's legal. It's totally legal. They have it signed off. They have
euthanasia.
My choice.
That's what it's called, right?
Yeah, but for a human,
Yeah.
Oh, like a checkout. Like, I'm ready to check out.
Yeah, they have a mental aspect of it first, and make sure you're okay. Like, fully understand what you're doing.
Yeah, I think it's called euthanasia for sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there are things like that are happening here in the U.S. as well. Like in different states and stuff.
Low key.
Yeah. So they're starting to pass more bills and stuff like that. Yeah. What else is going on in the cul-de-sac with the current news?
Are you kidding me?
Carly Russell. Have you gentlemen heard about her?
Tell me about this. Because I have not heard. I just hear something about kidnappings, right?
Is this woman?
Tell me.
I saw on Twitter, Carly Russell was missing. Let's make sure that we put attention on her.
What happened?
And apparently, this woman she called 911 stating that she was missing, that she was kidnapped because she saw a stroller in the middle of the highway, and it was. And she saw a stroller in the middle of the highway, and she got out of her car to check on a toddler. She said that she saw a toddler, like an actual toddler on the thing. But when people got there was a stroller. So it was like this big thing on Twitter, like, wow, the human trafficking. Men are using strollers to try to kidnap women and distract them, and how sickening. To only find out that she actually faked her kidnapping because she was upset at her boyfriend. So
she how did she fake a kidnapping?
So apparently, when they caught some video footage on the freeway, and it was her driving.
Okay.
Apparently, before she left work, she picked up snacks. She did like a whole thing and hygiene products, and you see her coming out the car, taking out the stroller, and it's very grainy, like footage.
So she set up like a kidnapping.
She set up a whole
So she put the stroller there then?
Called 911, and fake the whole script.
A whole forensics. And I think it was a Mercedes that she left.
Because she was mad at her boyfriend?
Because she was mad. Like, she wanted the attention. She faked her own she faked her own kidnapping to see who really fucked with her.
But I heard that, like, I saw something titled, like, I never said I was kidnapped. So what's that about?
That I don't actually know. I think Twitter
I was kidnapped, guys.
Maybe to save herself, but that's the gist of it. You just totally disappeared. Oh, she Googled things like how to. Do you have to? Do you have to pay for an Amber Alert? The Taken movie. Yeah, like I didn't know. Do you have to pay for an Amber Alert? I was actually concerned about that. That was a good question.
A little,
but her Google.
Then I need to set some bread aside.
Her Google searches basically told on her.
It falls into the Jussie Smollett situation where he was fake. It's the same. And to be honest, as obviously as an African American, like we have way more other things that we can present that are real. Like we don't need that. Yeah. We don't need that. Jussie Smollett, we didn't need that. You know, with the rest, we don't need that. It's real people getting really human trafficked and kidnapped and
Let's
shot
start
and killed.
talking about those statistics.
Yeah, like this is
those numbers right there.
Right. So, according to the New York Post, Carly Russell promised she did call 911, and apparently the Alabama police were on their way to her. She promised to remain at the scene until police arrived, but mysteriously disappeared for 2 days before returning home and claiming that she had been abducted and held captive.
Oh my word. Wow. How far would you go for clout? For, you know, it reminds me of the girl that did the Super
I'm trying to stay low key and not even be seen, you know?
What if she didn't really want clout? What if she just wanted to like worry her family a little bit? Like, you know, I've thought about it, but she dedicated and committed to actually executing the whole, hey, you know what? I'm just going to disappear because I want to feel cared for. And I feel like people get to that type of desperation.
That also reminds me, like,
to actually go through with it.
Growing up and being mad at your parents and being like packing your suitcase and then just going like 3 doors down. Yeah, you know, coming back when the street lights are back on. Like, I hope you learned your lesson.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, well, I got one more, and then
you got 3 minutes.
Yeah, and then it's like a 2-part. The other one I'll save it for whack news.
Okay.
The first one is
let's bring it.
Melly got off.
Oh yes, Miss Triumph, YNW Melly.
No jail, no jail time. What do you guys think about that?
Okay, so what was he up for?
He was up for a double murder,
right?
Of his best friends.
Best of his bestie, not the bestie.
Hey, I mean,
he got off.
I mean, don't they got to redo it? Do the trial again?
No, that's it.
It's mistrial.
That's it. Double jeopardy. That's it.
So he's good. He's free.
Yeah, he's free forever.
Hey, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, man.
Yeah.
You know,
9.
He about to produce the hottest album.
Hey, he back. Hey, his superstardom is going up. Like if Young Thug gets out of jail, his superstardom is going up. Tory Lanez and these people. Unfortunately, in hip hop, like
it's what happened.
These unfortunate circumstances, like you going to jail, like even Pac, like he got bigger when he went to jail. You know what I'm saying? So like he
this is great.
It's a part of hip hop.
It's a great thing.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, very true. Like,
it's You know, so I was talking to Spawn.
What if he actually did it? You know, what if now he's free?
Snoop. Remember when Snoop was on trial and he got off?
That's all it takes.
He's a megastar. You know what I'm saying?
That's all it takes. I mean. Reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
There were 12 jurors, and 9 out of the 12 found him not guilty, and 3 guilty. And to make for the mistrial, it has to be 12-12. Like they all have to agree. Yeah. But 9 to think that he wasn't guilty. That's interesting.
Okay.
That's just crazy. But yeah, hey, stay tuned for the whack news though for sure. I want to keep on that.
I heard that juries are like it's a whole different thing when it comes to juries because it's like how well the attorney is, not necessarily if they're guilty or not.
O.J. Simpson case too.
You gotta pick your jury. The attorney picks your jury.
The selection.
Okay, well, we are gonna get into our songs of the week.
Let's go
with a S because we have Spontaneous Worldwide in the house
Sputnik.
And producer Chosen One, and they just did this collaboration project.
So we're gonna masterpiece. Absolutely, thank you.
We're gonna play a couple of songs here. We're going to play Golden Masterpiece. And why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about that song before we get into it?
That song, let's see. When I recorded, I was smoking a cigar, and I think I was shirtless, boxers, figuring out how I wanted to have my cadence on there. And I was picturing being like in Miami, just cabana, just living my life. And so it's really about us grinding, doing whatever it takes to get the music out, having record label meetings, and you know, me jumping on record label tables, freestyling, just the essence of being an artist, trying to, you know, convince these industries to form a partnership and give us a shot and give us a chance, and then realizing, like, you know, we don't really need y'all. Yeah. You know, I'd rather sell 100,000 units independently a year than to be in a 360 trapped for life and going through all the rigmarole of being a slave to the industry. So I got on my print shit a little bit. You know, how you feel about the beat?
Oh man, I think it's a great song. You know, I found the sample. I was like watching Netflix or something, and I found the sample and I just looped it and I FaceTimed him and said, "Hey man, you might want to hear this." So I think it did a good job lyrically. You know, hope you guys like it. I hope everyone likes it. So yeah, you know, it's real hip hop, real soulful. So yeah.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and play that track. You are listening to the Cul-de-Sac Crew.
With the K.
Right here on TKK Radio.
I'm going to get it.
Spawn Worldwide, Golden Star, chosen one on the beat. I'm back. Let me talk my shit, man. Hey, yo, look, come on. We back like we never left. Still, repping the West like Clay and Steph. Still, keep the toes closed, keep all your hoes closed. Do not disturb when my door's closed. Chopper land on top of the Ramada. Bumping Bahamadia in the Bahamas. Couple of thick bitches in my sauna. Getting heading to Tijuana. This is no fake persona. I'm sitting courtside, you're sitting in court yelling your honor. We out here ballin' Sinead O'Connor. The gold masterpiece, one in the summer. Hey yo, I'm just getting started, man. Hey, light my cigar, man. Hey, Spawn, ready? Keep talking my shit. Talk that talk. We back like we never left. Still blacking out like red and meth. Still fuck the airways. The hood bang the same day. We sold 1 million copies. We ain't even get no airplay. Ladies love my hair waves. I stay in more boxes than Air J. This the music business, this don't fair play. That's why I shoot at their head like hairspray. Shows sent 100 demos to 100 labels. I spent 100 freestyles on record label table. Apple had 100 samples, got them all paid for. Golden Star, y'all ain't fucking with this label. Nah. Hey Joe, they blowing up my phone, man. You see this? Fucking ridiculous. Come on. Hey yo, shorty, I know you see the chain and hang to the watch. The ring with the bling that dance on top of the rocks. Whether y'all sonnets or not, the street fillers. This the type of shit that you market to dope dealers, clothes stealers, and folk pillars. Just light work, if y'all need more hits, just hit us. They said we fell off, how so? We overseas getting money on a low, nigga. Another classic, fresh out the plastic. James Worthy for magic, that's a basket. Y'all slipped on the album, how tragic. Spawn the best rapper alive or in the casket. I'm just saying, man, spontaneous worldwide golden star, chosen one. Who doing it like us, man? Look at us. And we about to be on tour soon. Shout out to all my people. Niggas is finished, man. Light work. Chosen one, golden star. This shit wasn't overnight, this shit took years, man. Spontaneous, golden masterpiece. Finally got it done, man. Streaming everywhere, you know. Just gotta put in that work, you know. Keep cooking. I'm ready. Spontaneous, worldwide, yeah. 55 bands in my pants, got a beer in my hand, laid out in my long chair. Waiting outside, got a chauffeur in the ride, man. I'm feeling like Prince with the long hair. Chillin' in the condo, chick from the Congo, but nigga walk around bare feet. Haters can't tell me nothing, I'm stunning out my head, living life carefree. Carefree, 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 carefree. Money on the mind round here. We don't really stress round here. We can care less round here. Still dressed to impress round here. Still fresh out here. Y'all niggas know the press out here. 55 bands in the pants, got a beer in my hand, laid out in my long chair. Waiting outside, got a chauffeur in the ride, man. I'm feeling like Prince with the long hair. Chillin' in the condo, chicks from the Congo, but nigga walk around bare feet. Haters can't tell me nothing, I'm stunning out my head, living life carefree. Carefree, 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 carefree. Nah, it ain't a game out here. Ain't no lames out here. Don't even know why you came around here. Come on. Looking like selling cane out here. Cops hate when we hang out here. We just trying to do a thing out here. 55 bands in the pan, got a beer in my hand, laid out in my lawn chair. Waiting outside, got a chauffeur in the ride, man, I'm feeling like Prince with the long hair. Chilling in the condo, chicks from the Congo, but nigga walk around bare feet. Haters can't tell me nothing, I'm stunned, I'm out here living life carefree. It's a whole nother world out here. No my hot girls out here. Got a flock of rabbit birds out here. Come on. We don't do jerry curls out here. All we do is Earl out here. All we do. Long chairs, green grass, good beer. 55 bands in the pan, got a beer in my hand, laid out in my lawn chair. Waiting outside, got a chauffeur in the ride, man, I'm feeling like Prince with the long hair. Chilling in the condo, chicks from the Congo, but nigga walk around bare feet. Haters can't tell me nothing, I'm stunned, I'm out here living life carefree. 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 Carefree.
That's what's up on the cul-de-sac.
All right, we are back. The Cul-de-Sac Crew. We're here tonight with Spontaneous Worldwide.
Yes.
And Chosen One. Now, you both are producers.
That is true.
But you're working on this project right here called Golden Masterpiece. We just played Golden Masterpiece. You did a little bit about that, but tell us about Carefree. We just played that track too as well.
Carefree is the best song on the album.
Yes.
I think Carefree, when they say God is in the room, it was one of them moments because I remember we was messing around with the sample. Well, actually, no, you talk about the music and I'll talk about the lyrics.
Well,
okay.
Carefree is very special because it's the first song that we created together in the studio.
Okay.
So it was just like, I had a bunch of samples and Spontaneous said, hey man, just come over, let's cook up. We had some days off and then I found it, but I was kind of freaking it in a little bit. I was playing with it a little bit and then I hit that one key, There's footage on Instagram. We're going to do like a little documentary thing. So once we found it, it was like, he just took it away. He's an artist. Once he gets inspired, he just, do his thing from there. But that's really a sample. And then we just put it together. God was in the room.
That gave me chills.
That song was probably done in like maybe 5, 6. It was real fast. Like my cadence. Once I figured out my cadence,
I heard you guys were talking about the little vision that you had for the little
Black
visuals.
Trailer Park type of ish. Yeah. So we got
to be honest, I had a little vision on my own when I was listening to it. To be honest,
I'm open for you can be a part of the production team.
You ever seen like the Dave Chappelle block party kind of thing? That kind of visuals, with this song. Yeah.
I'm thinking one take though, but still Black Trailer Park, but a one take type of
those are always
feel.
fun.
Yeah. So it's a real different song. I think the bounce, the algorithm of it is very different. It's just distinctive and it's
no, it was great. And that says a lot. If that was like the one that you guys created together, wow.
Especially
the first one,
you're correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we've seen you perform and you guys are great. I can't wait to see you guys perform this one for sure.
Yeah. Me too.
A couple times actually.
We're performing at people's houses too for $25. I'm just saying.
Just like 25
Get us
each
while we
or
low.
25 as a together. No.
Get us while we low. I'm just kidding. Nah.
No. Well, it's dope. These lyrics are dope. So I like it says, it's some of the lyrics say you still stay fresh out here. Like, and obviously like your style, both of y'all honestly are complementary to each other with your fashion. So like what inspires your fashion?
Right. One went with the Adidas fit, the other one with the Air Force Ones.
Yeah. I mean, this is a duo here. Like, come on.
It's I've been in it so long. It's really you can catch me at Sprouts, like I said at the show, wearing this. It's not
right.
It's not awkward to me. It may be awkward to some other kind of rooms.
Right. This is who you are.
It really is.
What inspires that?
It's. I don't know any other basic life. I don't know how to not.
As they say,
I don't know how to not be fresh. I don't know how to put on
bummy.
So you're telling me you had Sprouts with no laces?
That's light work.
With no laces.
I'm walking out with like watermelon and grapes with no laces.
I was like, oh my god. I
That's
definitely get like if Run DMC and if the West Coast had a baby, maybe if Nipsey Hussle and Run DMC had a baby, boom.
Yeah, it's something about Adidas, obviously, that, Wu-Tang shirt. These are like some synonymous symbols that represent that. So it's light to me, but I really, it's fresh. I can't see stepping out. Not being fresh in some kind of shape, form, or fashion. Maybe when I'm playing basketball, I can just be in some.
Be normal.
But that's me personally. So you saying the contrast? He's kind of contrast, so it kind of works.
No. He's chilling with his shorts.
You know what it is for me. Whatever I'm feeling that day, that's what I do. So
he's got the
I'm getting like Kanye.
I don't want to say it, but it's like
go ahead.
The new school punker style kind of stuff.
There you go.
I'm
feeling it. No sock. I got Air Forces, no socks.
They're starting to wear and listen to hip hop as well now.
There you go. Hey, however I'm feeling, I'm not really big into like designer clothes, high end fashion is not really my thing. But just lay back, chill, a little something. Yeah. Right. And however I'm feeling that day,
No, sorry.
I'm fly regardless. I'm fly regardless.
I ain't saying it looks bad at all, man, because it's so well put together.
Oh man, thank you. Oh, thank you so much, man. Just no Air Forces, no socks. That's what we on right now.
Air Forces, no socks. Adidas, no laces.
There we go.
Anti-chain, I'm chained, so it's like that.
Yeah, I'm not doing jewelry. It's a lot of ops out here, so I don't like. I don't want unnecessary attention.
Literally yin and yang, white and black.
I'm good. I'm good.
What they're wearing. Look, honestly.
Yeah, so I'm from like the Slick Rick, the LL Cool J, that always symbolized like I'm that nigga in my mind. You know what I mean? And so it goes into the sport. You know what I'm saying? It's like wearing a headband playing basketball.
So are you from Cali or where from?
I'm originally from Chicago.
Oh, from
Chicago. But raised in Cali.
Here we go. Yeah.
So we're getting the Kanye vibes from you.
Production wise. Yeah, absolutely.
So where are you from? Chosen One.
I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland.
Baltimore.
I can see the Baltimore.
Yeah,
I get 7 vibe from it.
Oh, making sense.
The wire, man. So that's me, man. Yeah,
because Elena and I were like, were they influenced by the East Coast, or maybe they have some type of East Coast?
I'm East Coast all the way. Like even when I chop samples, I listen to music. No, don't get me wrong. I love the West Coast, but like where I grew up, like the way everything East Coast.
Are
you from New York?
Yeah, we're from Queens.
Oh, that's what's up.
That's why we study the people that we are going to interview. So we were like,
how'd you end up out here on West Coast?
I just needed the weather, and my body craves tropical. Like I was supposed to live in Miami, but then I came to visit my cousin and I fell in love. I'd never left.
Yeah.
Man, I used to drive from Baltimore to New York all the time. Like that was my thing. Shout out to my man Denzel. We used to just hang out. You know what I mean?
Did you meet your wife in Baltimore, or you met her out here?
What's so crazy? My wife, she's from DC. She's from Maryland. She's from like PG County, but I actually met her out here at a rooftop restaurant.
Oh, that is so awesome.
It was like love at first sight. Oh,
that's amazing.
Yeah, I'm trying to make her for earlier because she mad I didn't shout out on Instagram. So. She might, I'm trying. Yeah, so live on the radio, love at first sight. Live on the radio, love at first. Chosen One is getting married. I met my wife in LA. Make some noise one time for that. Let's go. That's right. You already know. So
he gets to eat it too.
Hey, you already know. Hey,
with a K.
With a K. Cul-de-sac.
On the cul-de-sac.
Let's go.
Right here. Well, I'm curious. Okay, so another lyric that you had in your song, you said, it ain't a game out here. Okay, so this is one thing. Like hip hop, it's a culture, it's a lifestyle kind of thing. But also there's the music industry and the music business.
Absolutely.
And you have been nominated for Grammys.
Absolutely.
So you know about the music business.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about that. Like and how you got nominated for a Grammy.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's there's administrative details to that.
Now I got a question after that, but in a different direction, but go for it.
Yeah. Well, in regards to the game, it's really, if you don't love what you do, and you're trying to do this strictly to get money, then you're treating it like a game. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't even be here if I didn't love what, I've been doing for the last few decades. You know what I mean? So that's the distinction between when I say it ain't a game out here. It's like we really out here outside because we love what we do.
Yeah.
Some may say, "Oh, it's corny. They out there selling da to people they don't even know now. They are looking." Because we love it. When you love what you do, it's not even work. It's like we out here having fun, which is the foundation of hip hop. Yep. We enjoy meeting new people, creating fans and not fans or peers or co-workers. You know what I mean? So we're asking strangers to support us. But in regards to the Grammy nomination, that was it was a little bit of talent. And it also taught me a little bit of the politics. It also taught me a little bit about God and timing. So there's a science to those things, and once it locks in, you're in it for eternity. You know what I mean? And and to be honest, when I got the call, it was random. I was probably in the bed with a BBW, which I'm usually chilling. And my man was like, "Yo, we such and such got nominated for a Grammy," and I was like, "Grammy what?" He was like, "Yeah, for against Eve and Nelly and Dr. Dre and Kelly Rowland." It was an incredible category. It was the first time they had rap sung collaboration. Anytime rappers get with a singer, so we was part of that generation. And so going to the Grammys, silly me, young me, I wrote a little speech. Even though I produced it, I didn't write the song. I had a speech. I was ready.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's dope.
But when we walked into the Staples Center, I was telling the artist, I was like, we kind of far from the stage. Like,
we're not in the first row or second.
And I was like, well, I'm prepared to jog to the stage. But I was like, okay.
That's awesome, yeah.
But yeah, it taught me about handling your paperwork. You know what I mean? So that there's no discrepancies. Like people change, paperwork doesn't. So and there's reasoning behind all that. So once that the business is taken care of, like I said, that like God, timing, talent, and talent, it fuses. And if you get caught in that wave, it's a beautiful wave. It can be very lucrative. Unfortunately, the song is not like a hit like a Vanilla Ice or like a Hammer Time. It's a song, but thinking about the royalties from it, if it was a hit song, like I might have laces in my Adidas.
I can't.
This
but right now
might be shining a little bit more. So yeah.
Hold on. So I question off of that though, like it was part of it. This game is not a game kind of thing. Like along with the game, we've had this conversation many times here at the Cul-de-sac about the severity of protection and how you carry yourself, because as you know, a lot of artists have lost their lives.
Absolutely.
Now being part of this game, do you think that puts a target on you guys' back and you have to move differently now, or what's your thought on that?
You want to touch base on that? Or?
Yeah, sure. I mean, this is culture, I mean, at the end of the day, you got to protect yourself at all times. I mean, I just think that hip hop, you got to be taught how to move. It's the only culture, the only thing that, like, when people get in, like, you're taught to perform, right? You're taught to how to dress. You're taught how to do vocals. You're taught how to sing, how to rap, how to do interviews.
Yeah.
But I think that hip hop doesn't train their acts and people of the cultures that once you get to a certain level, you have to move like this. So regardless, I think that hip hop just needs to do better at teaching artists how to move.
That's awesome. Well, what I appreciate about your guys' songs is that it's not violent. I did not get any gangbanging vibes from it. And, it's refreshing. Right. So maybe you're not even attracting that into your life. So that's what's really good too, because when artists are speaking about it, chanting about it, it's also a manifestation at the end of the day. I get it that some hip hop, like you said, is a culture. So storytelling is a culture.
Absolutely.
And I just feel like now in this day and age with like social media, I feel like a lot more people have options and are able to, like you said, are able to train or get trained or YouTube University their ass to gracefulness, And once upon a time ago, in the 90s, 80s, and 90s, this rap was poetry. It was storytelling, but it was also a way to get out. 50 Cent didn't stay. Like, he's not in the hood. Like, it's like Cardi B is not in the hood anymore. She may stay where she may stay, but at the end of the day, they all leave and they entertain for who's still there.
Yeah. I think whether you're into gangbanging or whatever, wherever you come from just kind of grows and manifests with you as you grow as an artist. So gangsters, they come from the street. So it's really hard to detach the street when you become successful. That bridge is really where you get caught up at. You know what I mean? And so even with R&B singers, you're very promiscuous out here, mess with hundreds of women. Now you're a famous singer. Women are crazy. Men are crazy for
you're
R&B
get
singers.
Some kind of lawsuit or something.
So it's attached to how you live your life. So I come, you know what I mean? Like, those are the circumstances. So I come from a lyrical background. So mine's is really cultural based. So the ramifications of that is more or less like staying true to the culture. That would be my backlash in regards of, oh my God, now you're doing songs with Britney Spears. Oh, now you're doing songs with Mariah Carey. You're not hip hop. It would more or less be from the gang culture or more or less from these other avenues that may be violence. But at the end of the day, it still can lead to violence. You know what I'm saying? If you're fucking people in contracts and business affairs,
right,
it still is going to catch up to you because it just grows with your success. So violence just comes with the way you move, like he said. Like, you got to learn how to move, and just try to stay true as possible as you are in entertainment. Even though the spectrum of truth kind of spreads, because it is entertainment. It's a lot of braggadocious rhymes in my rhymes, but just that degree of separation, try to keep it as close as you can.
Changing the narrative.
Yeah.
I just want to touch on that real quick because, like, one thing that I think is just inevitable, what you can't change as far as like the streets in hip hop, is like hip hop was created in the streets. So like the streets to me is the mother of hip hop. So no matter how much or how broad it becomes or how world renowned it becomes, it goes commercial, it turns into this, it turned into trap. The streets gave birth to hip hop. So it's always going to have, and then children, you eventually you come home, right? So it's always going to have the streets in its DNA at some form of fashion. You know what I'm saying? Because in the streets, everything happens. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it doesn't have to go overboard.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that street element is always going to be a part of hip hop because the streets gave birth to hip hop.
Right. And that's and you say the streets, like, and kind of, being birthed in the East Coast and either way, whether it's Watts, whether it's the East Coast, wherever, it came from the streets. And it came from lifestyle. So tapping into that. So what is the culture? What is culture? Because sometimes, I'm not going to lie, we've had some feedback here. They've said, we steal the culture. So tell us what the culture is. Because, hip hop is culture.
Yeah.
So tell us what it is.
I think the number one thing is because obviously the origins of hip hop is, what they say, Puerto Rican, black, whatever it is, it was very thin separation between that. If it's in your heart, if that's all you know, then when you hear backlash like that, it doesn't really affect you at all. You just keep it moving. You know what I mean?
Right.
And to touch on some relevant basis in regards of, the community and people being bisexual, sexual, homophobic, trans, all that, hip hop is probably one of the only genres to where it's just like either you're dope or you're not.
Ooh.
Because I put it
pass the mic.
But check it out. Here's the funny thing, because now we got social media. You can see all kind of stuff. So I seen something recently. It was like a paraplegic, like in a wheelchair, like whatever, doing his thing, right?
Yes.
And so as from the culture, it's like, I don't care if you have no functionalities. You're whack, or you're dope. Yeah. You're dope, but then a lot of people who can function. So we don't care at the end of the day what
if it's
all that
real,
extra
it's real.
is. If it's dope, it's dope. And that's why hip hop is so pure, because that word dope is really, we don't care what's going on with all. You break dance, that's dope.
Yeah.
Wow.
Them bars, that's dope. And I think we're losing touch of that.
Right.
So it's like, I think you're whack because you're whack, not because you're a transsexual or because you're gay. You're whack, bro.
Yeah.
You're whack.
Right,
you just saying that? No, I'm saying that because I'm from the culture, and I think it's whack, or I think it's dope. Oh, you that makes you like, you know what I mean?
Well, I was just watching, I saw on Instagram one of those reels today. It was Nicki Minaj being interviewed, and she was talking about, like, back in the day, it was like you were signed because you were talented. The label signed you because you were talented. Now the label sign you because you're popular.
Absolutely.
Like, but I see people high up who are saying like, why don't they put people into hip hop? Why don't they put good hip hop on put like good talent on mainstream? Why don't they put them on? But then they sit around and turn and sign whack artists in hip hop.
Yeah,
doesn't make sense. It's not saying. This is where we're starting to draw a line. I see a line being drawn. Yeah. We're seeing. I'm standing up for real hip hop. I'm standing up, but now I have to draw the line.
But here's being the devil advocate, and we touch base this with this in the song. Like, talent is not enough, right? Yeah. So you have a lot of trash or whack, whatever you consider whack. They out there working hard.
Right. That part
they out there putting in the work. They out there networking, rubbing shoulders, paying, doing it. They got what they got to do.
Yep.
While the talented is being arrogant, thinking, I don't need to do that. I'm talented. That's enough.
Waiting for the label.
Look, I should.
Who doesn't want them?
Check this out, Elaine.
Because they don't have 1.3 million
should just
fake
call
followers.
me and invite me to the show. I'm gonna sit back. I ain't gonna ask her. You know what I mean? So it takes that work ethic is really what's going on. Right. And the untalented is realizing that science. If I work harder than the talented, I'm going to be on this station. I'm going to be on that festival. I'm going to. And so I ask and request that the talented, like, put in that work.
Step
we need you to put in that work because they're winning. Get out the bed, touch base with new friends, new people, and promote yourself because that's why the trash is out there, because the talent is getting lazy.
I don't know who the quote's from or whatnot, but like, there's always critics out there. But it's like, even if you walk on water, they'll be like, "Oh, it's because you can't swim." You know?
That's crazy.
Hard work always beats talent. If the talent don't work hard. That's from my favorite rapper, Jadakiss said that. So you can be as talented as you want, but if you don't go outside, you ain't going. Nobody's going to hear you.
Man, I needed to hear that one.
And that goes to what you're saying. That's why it seems like the untalented is winning, because they are working. They're out working. Yeah. Or financially, they got more money.
Yeah, I know some artists too. That I would always believe that mantra as well. So it feels good. It feels refreshing to hear that. I would see them, but they just would not work as hard.
Exactly.
And I was like, damn, but you're so good. But maybe they aren't being arrogant. I think it's also this shyness, they self-doubt. And I'm like, that self-doubt is way more powerful than your talent. Please.
Hard mind is a powerful thing.
Hard work is the absolute secret of life.
Okay.
Consistency also.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Hard working, consistency.
I mean, look at your situation. This is not you being lazy.
Right.
At all.
Thank you.
No offense saying you're the best host in the world, but
I'm no jumper. I'm no Adam 22.
Right, but your work ethic is getting you in that conversation year after year after year. So don't let up.
Oh yeah. We're gonna cross over soon. I feel like
it's gonna happen after the show.
Well, hey, you know what? There are people that see me, but we're in a whole. We can get into the mainstream looking at independent artists and stealing from them. We can get into that, but we're not going to. We're going to get into some music, right? Like that's a whole other discussion to be talked about.
We're going to pop this champagne in the meantime. This is my man's birthday, man.
Yes, happy birthday to Chosen One.
Happy birthday.
Can we ask you the number?
I'm gonna go. Unlike Spontaneous, I don't mind people knowing my age. So I am 33 today. I was born in 1990.
Sapo birthday.
Scottie Pippen.
3-3.
Born in 1990, July 20. I'm happy to be here with y'all celebrating.
90s gang.
Yeah, golden era of hip hop.
That's what I'm saying, right? Okay, you're listening to the Cul-de-sac Crew. We're gonna play a couple tracks from this collaboration album between Chosen One and Spontaneous Worldwide.
Album of the year.
Yes. So you're listening to Cul-de-sac Crew right here on TKK Radio. We'll be back in just a few moments.
We had a good thing going on, ma. I told you from the beginning what I was. I laid it out all on the table. I laid all my cards on the table. Why you switching up?
We had a good thing going, now it's complicated.
Now it's complicated.
You said you want a title and you tired of waiting. Girl, be patient. If you don't love me, tell me now. What's up with these ultimatums? Cause I'm tired of messing around. I don't do well with ultimatums. If you don't love me, tell me now. What's up with these ultimatums?
you from the jump, you was nothing but a jump off. All summer long, you was something I would run off. But 90-day thing, you was my Friday night knockoff. Rooftop, listen, you with your top off. I never sold you a dream, I always kept it honest. Good dick, good vibe, it's all that I could promise. Before the shit was ending, it was cool for a minute. Hot sex and fun, that's all in the beginning. I'm networking, it's working cause I'm winning. Now you bugging when you see me out with other women. Texting long threads, exclamation all caps. You looking for love, I ain't ready for all that. What's up?
We had a good thing going, now it's complicated. We had a good thing going, baby. You said you want a title and you tired. We don't need no title, girl, be patient. If you don't love me, tell me now. What's up with these ultimatums? Cause I'm tired of messing around. I don't do well with ultimatums. If you don't love me, tell me now. What's up with these ultimatums? Cause I'm tired of messing around. I don't do well with ultimatums.
Ma, I told you from the giddy, I belong to the city. You talking commitment, I dance around it like I'm Diddy. The sex is addicting, they got you acting Hasadiddy. You should be lucky that you even in pics with me. Stay with me, we out here looking crazy, Bobby Whitney. You storm at the house, then you come back because you miss me. I always kept it real and always kept it transparent. I'd rather be single, happy than miserable and married. Who made you feel good and got your sex game flow right? Who got your hair done and got your nails and your toes right? Who bought your real estate and got your bank account go right? Professional bachelor, I've been doing this my whole life. What's up?
We had a good thing going, now it's complicated. We had a good thing going, baby. You said you want a title and you tired. We don't need no title, girl, be patient. If you don't love me, tell me now. Don't you know that I love you, girl? Cause I'm tired of messing around. I know you're tired of messing around, my baby. If you don't love me, tell me now. Don't you know I need you and I want you? Cause I'm tired of messing around. I don't do well with ultimatums.
Suicide.
I don't do well with ultimatums, baby.
Suicide.
I don't do well with ultimatums.
Suicide.
Don't you ask me what we're doing, baby.
Suicide.
I don't do well with ultimatums, baby.
Now think about it. We had a good thing going on, ma. You didn't mess that up. You want a title? Come on. You a buggy.
Yes, you can. Yeah. Yes, you can. Yeah. Yes, you can.
Oh yeah. Let's do it. Spontaneous worldwide, man. She fine, but she crazy. I still love her cause that's my lady. Attitude like F you paid me. She party all the time like Eddie in the 80s. And her fashion, so tasty. I can't go with her, she too Swayze. You might see us in the all-white Mercedes car seat in the back, but that ain't my baby. Super chill, super real. Got a butt that'll make a mother shoot to kill. In them high heels, man, I walk is ill. Sex appeal, she grown but she sexy still. Yeah, dynamite, what's not to like? Cold inside, plus she can hold the pipe. Star studded, don't care about the fame, my hype. Independent, got her own black car to swipe. Yeah, she fine, but she crazy. I still love her cause that's my lady. Attitude like F you paid me. She party all the time like Eddie in the 80s. And her fashion, so tasty. I can't go with her, she too Swayze. You might see us in the all-white Mercedes car seat in the back, but that ain't my baby. Donkin' ugly, ooh, she rubby. She put nothing above me, love to rub me. She like the party and pop the bubbly. Got a thick kitty, but she thick and cuddly. Got that wake up here, she keep me fed. Bacon and eggs brought to the bed. Whatever she make me splitting the bread. Loyal head, that'll do time in the feds. Yeah, she fine, but she crazy. I still love her cause that's my lady. Attitude like F you paid me. She party all the time like Eddie in the 80s. And her fashion, so tasty. I can't can't go with her, she too Swayze. You might see us in the all-white Mercedes, car seat in the back, but that ain't my baby. Shorty banana, hot so fan. I gotta watch my manners, check my grammar. She get that Green David band. I got that big in that box like Kylie Jenner. Yeah, I sex her good, she love the wood. She look corporate, but she crazy hood. And the body, Megan good. Tryna spit in my chick, man, I wish you would. She fine, but she crazy. I still love her, cause that's my lady. Attitude like F, you paid me. She party all the time like Eddie in the 80s. And the fashion, so tasty. I can't go with her, she too Swayze. You might see us in the all-white Mercedes, car seat in the back, but that ain't my baby.
Yes, she can. Yeah. Yes, she can. Yeah. Yes, she can. Yeah. That's what's up on the cul-de-sac.
Yo. We're back. We're live. DJ ECP here with the Cul-de-Sac Crew. With the K. Yeah, right. All right. Bees is getting it. She's getting it. We're here tonight with Spontaneous Worldwide and producer Chosen One. Yeah, you just heard Crazy Fine, and before that it was called Ultimatum featuring
your favorite song. Yeah. Oh my God, that's your favorite song.
It's one of.
I know we're having an argument.
It's one of my songs.
We should put this song on.
I'm curious to know why you chose, out of 15 records, you chose to play Ultimatum, and definitely Ultimatum, because that's probably I want to hear that one. I mean,
the Kanye vibe, I guess.
Why? Like I chose like 4 songs, not just Ultimatum. But I love this beat. I thought the track was great. It's giving to me like kind of like a Craig Davis vibe.
I don't know. I got the Kanye vibe.
Like graduate.
Yeah. You know what song I'm talking about then? Yeah.
Okay. I can see that, but it sounds very like classic.
Yeah.
Very timeless.
Classic.
And music is art. Art is subjective, and you're in your feelings. You have you're feeling a certain way, and
And men don't like ultimatum. I don't think anybody likes ultimatums. I mean, lyrically, that's where I was coming from. I was like, I've been in a position where I had a deadline of like Monday to make my decision. And she was like, look, by Monday, you need to let me know if either you want to be with me or not. Right. So it was stemming from situations like that. And I was like, I just had to let her know the truth. Like, I'm loving my life at this point. Mm-hmm. I'm growing. I'm developing. I'm trying to be the best I can be, and unfortunately our timing is off.
Yeah.
So this ultimatum you're giving me, I'm gonna have to say I'm a pass.
Right. I think I do that. I am definitely bad at giving ultimatums, and maybe it's the Virgo in me. I'm so not patient.
No, you move.
Yeah, reason why I'm single number 1,000 is that I give ultimatums.
I had to give the ultimatum last time. Yeah.
That's different. That's different.
Like, you have a week to think about it. Let me know.
You're there in their cul-de-sac. You're not.
When we
if they hesitant, like, well, what you want?
That mean you don't really. Hey, I got a 3-strike rule, so I guess that's my ultimatum.
See, that's my problem is that I'm not hesitant. I'm like one of those people that I'm like, I'm gonna go all in. I'm gonna go all in. And then it's like when I meet somebody who's like so wishy-washy and is like, maybe like you said, maybe it's just not the divine timing. But I'm like, no, I'm gonna go all in. Are you gonna go all in too? Like, are you gonna jump off this bridge with me? And they're like, I don't know.
Exactly. So you're like, all right, think about it. Let me know. I feel like you want to meet up for lunch? Nothing happens. All right, then peace. Have a good life.
And I would think that ultimatums are at least like considerate. Like, okay, you have options.
Right,
let me know by Monday. We'll have lunch.
I feel like when you meet somebody, like especially when, like if you like somebody, like especially as an adult. We talking 25 and older. In your 30, I'm 33. I know when I like one. You know what I'm saying? I met my wife. I was like, you my wife, baby. Don't even worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like as an adult, when you like somebody. Yeah. So like me, I used to have a 3-strike rule. It's like, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know you like me the third time I see you, then you gotta go. I'm giving you the ultimatum. I'm giving you that boot.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Had a good thing going.
See, the ultimatum starts on the second one. Like, hey, let me know by the third day if you feeling me or
You
not.
already know. Hey, we ain't got time to be playing games out here.
Right.
I love playing ultimatum. She's like,
If it's like a 4th
Right? She'll be like, wait, were you taking it this serious? Like, all right, then I ain't playing with you. Bye.
you got to be
Like,
looking
I know
at where you're
just
taking
pranking.
that person. Like, are we going to the fish company or what? Like,
my God.
because the 4th date, if I don't know, then
going to
we're
Bass
going
Pro
to
Shop or
we're
what?
going to go to Del Taco.
I give myself the ultimatum sometimes. I'm like, you know what, bees? Like, either you're gonna decide by Monday if you're still gonna mess with this guy or not. And it sucks because sometimes I have to choose the ultimatum, the choice that I don't want to choose. I'm like, damn it, man! Like now I gotta go and have dignity.
I'm choosing the dignity route here. Oh
That's
my
funny.
gosh. Well, yeah. I mean, like, okay. So tell us, Crazy Fine. What was the story behind that?
I think we've all been there.
Crazy Fine.
She looks amazing. But
Why did you dedicate that song to me at Donkey Bong? That's what I want to know. That's what I've been wanting to know.
This is true.
That's what I've been.
And
what's
I'm keep
crazy about me?
I'm gonna
that
keep
Don?
it spontaneous and real. I'm gonna be like, okay, so every woman has a crazy gene.
Oh, yeah.
And it is triggered.
And mine's
by a
very
man.
prominent. No,
Yes, I can.
and I
yeah.
dedicated that to you.
I mean, you're Latina, so you're gonna always be
Hey,
spicy.
I'm both. I got the best of both worlds.
Something,
You
but
know,
you know,
right.
I am
Right.
African. I
So
am
that's
African
even-
and Native American.
So every woman.
It's in the blood.
the spice is real here.
So
Yeah,
crazy
you
fun.
are
So
very
every,
spicy.
so every woman has a crazy gene, and I think
Mm-hmm.
men kind of trigger it. I think by nature, women aren't crazy because they love either hard or they don't love you at all. I think that's how you guys are just built.
Yeah.
So we kind of, because we play and we shuck and jive, we kind of trigger that crazy gene. And when we notice it, it's like, yo, she bad. But then he be like, yo, she crazy, bro. She crazy.
Yeah,
like we whisper she crazy, and that means she's really crazy.
Right. And you were
So,
saying
and
that
that's what
you
the song is about.
Vasectomies and shit. What's
and-
wrong with you?
just to make that clear.
Oh, shit. Was that a real shit? Oh. I didn't even know.
Yeah, like the Lorena Bobbitts and all that. Like those are really
Lorena
extreme.
Bobbitt.
She's a godmother of crazy.
Well,
Fine.
you were saying that this particular song you had a story that you're telling us about an ex-girlfriend who was showing up at your studio during your sessions. So it's just
what I didn't add is that she showed up. And then, ladies, this is what you never do. Okay, you don't. If you're in the area, you don't just show up to the crib. You got a phone.
But the man came.
Text a heads up.
Yeah, just out of courtesy.
It's not because I'm doing something. I want to get ready.
But here's the thing.
I want to get ready.
Here's the thing. She showed up. She showed up with her arm in a sling. And long story short, she didn't really have an injury. And I was like, yo. And I had a session with an R&B chick. So when she cracked open the door, when I opened the door, she seen that and she was like, so what's going on? I was like, this is a studio loft.
Yeah.
Like, this is where I cook. Like, what are you doing here? Oh, I hurt my arm and I was just in the area. And I was like, okay. That's two different situations. Like, my arm is broke and I'm in your area.
So the first thing you thought about was coming over.
Yeah, but did she know that you were having this session with this young lady,
she didn't
or
know
what?
because there was no contact.
But did you ignore her all day? Not her being worried about you and popping up to make sure you're okay, though.
Yeah.
You know what? Now that I think about it, there was a little bit of dry text in there because I was working.
Well,
But
actually,
yeah, the pop up. Ladies don't do the pop up. Fellas don't do the pop up.
Yeah,
because I don't really want to see it. You know, you guys are kind of like, oh, let me not put myself through that pain. For some reason, us women, we're like, let me see it so I know I can get over this. You know,
I want to see the pain.
Hey,
Rip off the
she's
Band-Aid.
popped up before. You've popped up before.
Pop it up.
She got pop up tendencies.
That was the last time
pop
I
up in her
popped up.
Timberlands. Like,
See?
Was in
Last time she
Queens.
popped up was scratching the car, putting the tires out.
Never would I know because I love cars. I cannot because if a guy ever did anything to my car, I'd go crazy. So I never touch cars. But in Queens, yes, I was madly in love, and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna pop up. But I lived with him, so it's different. But but here. actually, the opposite happened to me. I was dating some guy. I was dating a finance manager. And then I was like, okay, dude, you know what? We need our space. So I kind of just like, I wasn't even ignoring him, but he was blowing up my phone. And I'm like, because I was out with someone else and he knew it. But at least I was being honest. I was like, listen, I'm out. Like, you don't have to know the details, but I'm outside. Somehow he knew what time I got home. Maybe we had an iPhone, so maybe I was sharing my location. I literally, it was like a scary
Which just
movie.
happened to be at this guy's house.
I had the place to myself. My cousin was out, so I showered. I'm in my room. I'm talking on the phone. I'm still on the towel, and I hear ba 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 ba, and I'm like, what? I literally throw my phone because I'm scared, and it's the finance manager on the roof of my building. I lived on the 4th floor, and he was like, we need to talk, Bees, we need to talk. I was like, why couldn't you just knock on the door? If I had the place to myself, I didn't end up leaving with the other guy. Roof. You know what I'm saying? And
I think I want her to kind of co-direct my video. I think that story. Yeah, that's it. That's gonna be a scene in the video.
What are you doing to these guys?
Nothing.
You already know. It's that red hair right there.
So I dedicated Crazy Fun to you because obviously you're fine. And I was like, she's a little spicy. She might have a little bit of crazy in her, but it can only be triggered if the guy is not acting accordingly.
That part. If the guy is not acting accordingly.
So act accordingly. So we're going to get in, speaking of outside, we're going to get into one last track from Spontaneous, Worldwide, and Chosen One. We're going to get into their song, We Outside.
We outside.
We outside right now.
Crew
inside,
with
outside.
the K on TKK Radio.
With the K.
We outside all year, nigga. Spontaneous Worldwide, man. Chosen to be. Let me talk to him. Look, I turned 3-minute tracks to 3 million. My NFT just sold for 3 billion. Everybody claiming they GOAT. Really? I promote time behind these bars that meet Millie. The streets feel me. You are not street silly. Compared to Spawn, y'all all Milli Vanilli. He too gangster, he too pretty. He got talent, but no work ethic. What a pity. But Spawn more swaggy and way more clever. The rap Dave Letter, the best rapper you've ever heard on tracks ever. You rap whatever, no capital letters. I'm black forever, mega evers. Breathe easy, I'm still cooking. Like a vegan, we don't do cheesy. Goofballs, I got more balls than RuPaul's. Screw all y'all with pool sticks and pool halls. All y'all pussy and ball, we get blue balls. Them rappers don't fool us, they probably fool y'all. By the grace of God, I keep it true, dog. I mean, what else a nigga gotta prove to y'all? Y'all know about all the tours and big features. Performing in Germany, sold out arenas. Avoiding subpoenas and misdemeanors. I had the bulletproof my Camry, my Benz and Beamer. We pounding the pavement, grinding for payments. Trying to dodge cops, detainment and court arraignments. Whether be rich than famous, withdrawing my savings. Most rappers dying over this gang shit. While these lame niggas claiming they kings with no crowns. I'm like LeBron James, been that nigga since I started playing the game, nigga. We outside this shit, I know you see us. Middle finger the niggas that didn't believe us. The gold masterpiece, no features. Just chosen to beat, ripping your speakers. Hold up. We outside this year, so bungle up, baby. We don't fumble the bag, we double up, baby. My level of confidence can't be scaled. You can't buy this hustle, only the hard workers prevail. In these last days of fingernail polishing, eyebrow trimming men that's identifying as rap women. I'm the rap savior that's here to save you. I fathered so many flows, I'm Darth Vader, the mini arm. Working smarter, never harder. Shows in the studio, doing it for his dog. Spawn still on tour, doing it for the culture. Cause good dope sell itself. Thought we told you just a rapper, I'm a pure artist. So whether it's mixed or flawless, I'ma sell it regardless. You got 1,000,000 streams, but ain't one fan in the audience. You spend more money on weed than you do on your marketing. Me and Chose don't need 100 billion to sign the rights off to the album level. We ain't bargaining. Remember y'all meeting with us while we even arguing. We outside like security bouncers, selling dope right to the fans like it's over the counter. I still remember when women would see my car and clown me. I got money now, way better bitches around me. These haters used to doubt us, now they talking about us. Can't leave the rap game alone, it'll die without us. Yeah, we outside this shit, I know you see us. Middle finger the niggas that didn't believe us. The gold masterpiece, no features. Just chosen to be ripping your speakers. We outside this shit, I know you see us. Middle finger the niggas that didn't believe us. The gold masterpiece, no features. Just chosen to be ripping your speakers. I told you. We outside all year, nigga. Showed you this that kilo, this that brick.
are back. You're listening to the Cul-de-sac Crew on TKK Radio with the K.
With the K.
Yo, it's your girl DJ ECP. We got spontaneous. I don't know why. You know what?
You said spontaneous with an E. That's really interesting.
It is an honor for her to mess up your name.
Why is that, sir?
Every interviewee that we've had, she's messed up the name.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it's just part of tradition.
Got it. I feel better.
Look, I have butchered everyone. The finest.
Everyone.
I'm talking William Shatner's wife. Like the greatest of the great. You know, so
she calls me DJ.
Check this out, hip hop news. I think, and don't quote me on it, I think I have the longest hip hop rap name in the world.
It's pretty long.
Spontaneous word?
Unless somebody could Google and find something longer.
I had to lower the font.
I was about to say pause,
size.
But no, I'm not gonna say pause.
I had to lower the font.
I had to lower the font size.
I think I might have the longest
name. And then
name.
I had to add chosen too. I was like,
extra text.
Long.
But the name,
it was the whole screen.
But see, the spontaneous worldwide is really to just umbrella anybody that really thinks that they're spontaneous. You know, some little minions out there. I'm spontaneous. I'm from UK. It's like, spontaneous worldwide. I'm covering the whole globe. Knock it off. So as my fans grow, hopefully they'll give me a nickname. I don't know, but fans demand. They might call me S-Dub. They might call me Spawn. They might call me worldwide.
I like Spawn. That's your next album,
right?
That's gonna be the.
Wait, what about Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide? You got some competition.
Well, when he can have that. He's really worldwide. He's really out there.
Tell us just a little bit more about this song, because you say we're outside, spontaneous worldwide.
Yeah.
This last track that we just played was called "We Outside."
Yeah. So ironically, to his conversation about "Carefree," which is the first song we did, that was the last one. So the album was done. He was pretty much over it. It was like 3 years in the making. He's done. He's playing this beat, and he sent it to me, not just was playing it in the studio. I was just like, yo, I got to do something to it. And he was like, yo, the album's done. And I finally locked into how I wanted the album to sound, and I came over with the song. He was like, man, the album's out. I was like, we need this. Because I was looking, I was like, we need to be outside to move these units. I said, we need this because it's going to be the theme of our movement. It's going to be the themes of why we saying fuck streaming platforms, because the money we're going to make being outside from selling 100 units, which is our little small goal right now, it'll take us years and 100,000 million streams to make what we've already made. Because right now we're like a little bit over 50. Our goal is 100. Real light work stuff.
I mean, you can do the Nipsey way, the 100 for 1,000.
We might do something like that, but the song I knew was going to be the theme of our movement. So I had to kind of convince him. He's like, all right. So we threw it on. So from Carefree to Outside, that was why that song was so important.
Right, and We Outside, that's like a very East Coast expression.
We outside.
So I never knew that though. I never knew that. I just knew that we needed to be outside to get back to like 1996 when we were selling CDs and records and stuff to people, to strangers.
Yeah.
Right.
And we're talking off air about, you had something about the gospel sample on one of them.
You know what's so funny? You recognizing that? That's really that might be your thing, bro.
You know what? I've been striking gold with gospel samples. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So Crazy Fine is a gospel sample. So and We Outside is a gospel sample. So with that one, I'm not gonna say what the sample is because I don't want them to come after us. But
we have websites. I'll just put in the song. Boom, boom, there it is.
But for that song, Spawn, he heard the beat, and my wife was like, doing something in the house, and I came across a sample. And I just kept looping it, and it's like God was in the room.
Right.
Like when I made that beat, I couldn't stop freestyling to it myself. I was like, it's something special about this. Awesome. And he was so wrapped up in the album, like, all right, it's done. I said, bro, we call it last minute magic.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
You gotta hear this. And I didn't think he was gonna do anything to it. And man, next thing I know, he came through. He pressed play. I was like,
the razzle
the goosebumps. Like when I make music, I'm looking for goosebumps. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So when he did that, and that's probably like top 3 best songs on the album to me. You know what I mean? In the world, Spontaneous did his thing, and that's a gospel sample, by the way. So
I don't think I have the finest ear of music, but when you hear something, like you just feel like everyone should hear this, you know, like you just feel it. Like I know I don't have that big of the ear of like musical talent, but this song, everyone's got to hear this, you know.
And you're going off of your hip hop instincts, and that's really because I still believe that when a DJ or host or whatever hears a certain song, minus the politics, I gotta play this. I gotta tell somebody. So I still believe in that, even though there's payola and there's all kind of politics behind that. But I still believe in what you're feeling, and I really appreciate that. That means a lot. Yeah.
That's what's up. We got Spontaneous Worldwide. Oh, we can hear all of that right now. Yeah, your headphones
He's
might not be
the
working, but like we can hear all. We can hear every
Y'all hear
single little whistle and blow right there.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, it's the Cul-de-Sac Crew right here on TKK Radio. Let's get into some music, film, and sports. What's up, David G? I know you got some stuff to say.
I mean, I know you guys got the film covered, so I'm just gonna skip into sports with Inter Miami over here with the debut of Lionel Messi.
What's up with this? Tell me about this, because I thought this guy was retired. What's the tea?
He was never retired. He was just looking for his next option. You know. He had an option between Spain to come to the U.S. and another Saudi Arabia team. Okay. And he took half ownership of Inter Miami with David Beckham over there. He was crying in the stands. You know why he was crying? All the memes.
Yeah, they were like, I would cry too if my bank account doubled.
My bank account just keep rising. In the 94th minute on a tied game, what else can the GOAT do but just free kick it straight into the net for the game-winning goal?
He was tired too. He was like exhausted because he is older. So like he was exhausted.
Like, the fans wanted it. The media wanted it. I don't know if he wanted it, but it was the moment that just in sports history, I think it might have not been as big, but it can go down pretty big. You know?
It was big.
Yeah, for American soccer history.
Yes, for American soccer.
This is the best move ever. And I mean, like, I'm not a big sports person, but I know, like, to be living the time of Messi and Kobe, like, things like that were really exciting.
I mean, we're talking about LeBron doing something that no other human has done before in basketball.
And probably won't do for a while.
Yeah.
For a while.
Yeah. We're talking about Jordan at 36. Like, no offense, Jordan is still the GOAT to me over LeBron. But like at 36 at the Washington Wizards, we're like, oh, give him a year, he'll settle in. And still after that year, he's not doing what LeBron's doing right now at 38 or whatnot.
LeBron came in and just never declined. Jordan took a minute and then there was a decline.
Yeah.
LeBron is at the end of the day, because we're living in real time and we won't really give him his roses or whatever, but he is gonna be at the end of the day unmatched. It's really hard to do what LeBron has done.
Oh, he got
no doubt. I can't compare the stats with Michael Jordan and whatnot, but for me, Michael Jordan will always be my GOAT just because the finals 6-0.
That means a lot.
Never a game 7.
Never got swept.
Right. And speaking of
game 7.
And speaking of LeBron too, he was actually there to show Messi some love, as well as Serena Williams, Tom Brady,
everyone.
Kim Kardashian came through too. I think it's her kids that are mostly into the soccer for sure. I was like, Kim Kardashian. When I saw that she was there, I was like, she's showing love to Messi.
Goats amongst goats.
She know who he is.
Messi.
So,
Messi is
Messi.
He's out of control.
And he's in a room full of people. Like, I was literally thinking he is the Tom Brady of soccer, because
Tom Brady was there as well,
and he's still pushing.
That's the thing. He's bigger than Tom Brady.
He's not old as hell.
Kind of like the Messi. He's the Messi of soccer. Like Jordan. Like he's just the Messi.
Right.
He's not just
other people are Messi.
He's not
vice versa.
He's just not the number 10. He's the world's 10. Number 10. You know, like that's how good he is. You know, and it sucks to say that being a Mexican and Argentina and everything, but it is what it is. Facts are facts. You know,
we're just gonna pay attention to the talent.
Facts are
either
facts.
dope or not.
Yeah. And this is getting into film this week. This is a really interesting time in the Screen Actors Guild. Writers are on strike. The actors have joined this strike. So, like, what does that really mean? A lot of people are not understanding what's going on.
Yeah,
these actors, they're not able to really promote their films. They're not able to go on the red carpets and things like that. So what are the rules here? Do y'all know what's going on with this strike?
Yeah, it's really like, I know because I do a lot of film stuff on the side. So I know a lot of background actors. I know a lot of producers, directors.
They're all picketing, right?
Yeah, so it's really a matter of they're only getting a little bit of compensation for what they do, but it's not enough to pay any bills.
3 cents.
They're really hurting. So at the end of the day, it comes down to greed when it comes to capitalism. It's like, okay, instead of you guys making 100 billion, how about 50 billion?
50
you know what I mean?
billion,
So it's just balancing out that greed. But every few years they come to these negotiations, they figure it out.
I don't fucking get that, man. You're making as a company like say $5 billion a year.
Yeah,
you're not willing to just make $2.5 billion. You're still making $2.5 billion a year.
But here's the funny thing. So from the producers, from the production standpoint, they're like AI. There will come a time when you, as a consumer, will go on TV and be like, "I want to see Denzel Washington in a movie with Tom Cruise, a comedy with Ben Stiller." AI,
and then they're gonna
generating that. So as actors, that puts Ben Stiller out of work. That puts Denzel and Tom Cruise out of work. So they're balancing out, like, well, we want to be paid for that.
Joan is awful episode.
So AI is really the discussion and how much
Black
they should get
Mirror
residuals. Yeah.
Right. And I think that's like really like, let's get a little bit into the AI right now because, and things like TikTok, these are sites that are being used for literally like getting fame off of someone else's art. Okay, so I just saw a commercial go through Instagram that had totally Jay-Z's image. They're selling poker game. I'm like, how did Jay-Z get consent? Like these things back in the 90s were illegal. Before you couldn't even walk down the street without having someone take your photo. Like that was illegal without their consent. So how are they able to go and make these commercials with the AI with people's images, and all this stuff is just coming through? We have to start making laws, rules, but how do you make rules to the internet? Because there are no rules.
Yeah,
it's the black safe. Web.
It definitely is
dark.
The terms and conditions that we agree to, and they get away with it.
That we agree to,
saying that. The thing is, like, let's say Elena, she sees herself like in the middle of the subway in an advertisement, and the thing is, they'll tell her, yeah, but you just influenced, like your beauty influenced the image or something. So there's like a key word, like I think it's
like
influence.
Art.
Yeah,
it's not the actual
you
image
are my
of the person, but it's manipulated image. There's loopholes.
I just feel like the only AI we acknowledge is Allen Iverson. So
let's go.
You know, at the end of the day, I just feel like it's just a double-edged sword with the advancement of technology because, you know, even with streaming, so that's all Netflix is. That's all Hulu is. It's a streaming thing. You give me $10 a month, you can watch all of the content TV, you know, that you want to see, right? But you're generating this money, but it's devaluing the art itself, right? So now, even with music, you know, even Snoop touched on it. It's like, hey, you giving one stream, you're gonna give an artist 0.1% of a cent, right? So, but it's good for the consumers, right? Because they can get what they want for $10 a month, but it devalues the art for the artist, and it's not financially empowering the artist, and that's another problem that you know, these creators are having. Why they going on strike, you know, and what they're asking for from my research, from my, you know, folks that I know, they're only asking for like 2% of the money. So like you can have, like you said, right? You can have 90, you can keep 98, but give me 2%, which is so not much to give.
It really isn't. There was this actor
97.8.
Right. Like you're gonna die if you get 95%. Like that's crazy to me.
There was this actor from Aba Elementary. He went on TikTok or Instagram. He made a video on Twitter and he was like, "You want to see how serious like we're about this? Look at my residual check. Look at my residual check. It was 0.03 cents." And someone on Twitter was like, "It costs more to print the check. It costs more to print the check." And it's like how it must be a humiliating feeling. It already sucks to see half our taxes get taken off after doing all that work. So imagine them and like, oh my God, who is my awesome actress from The Mask? Cameron Diaz. She made a video stating, "Hey, we're in those. They're basically held hostage to make this video. They have us in there for all these hours, for all these days, and you want to pay me 3 cents? Get out of here!"
And they're learning skills like huntsman skills, you know, like sniper skills. They're putting their bodies through extensive training.
I mean, talking about all this movie things and everything, like Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. Well, for Barbie,
you guys are getting excited, but you're not sacrifice on the yourself. Side. Oh my god!
I'm still gonna watch Barbie and pay my $25 in snacks at the movie theater. That's my contribution. Hey,
all of a sudden they flip the switch.
No, because as consumers, we are, but we are paying. We are already paying out of our pocket for them. So now it's the middleman. Like we paying, so now they gotta pay them. Like
don't be mad at me to enjoy these movies,
right? I want to enjoy. We're doing our part by watching.
Everybody know not to eat food at the movie theaters. That's nothing sexy. That's not smart. Yeah. Like we're sneaking food.
Oh, he got money.
They got Impossible Nuggets though.
It's not even the fact of not having the money. It's just the fact of like, why is that Coke $25?
Yeah,
right.
Why do I have to pay $25?
You gotta get the app.
Look at you.
I'm sorry. $25 on the app. You get a lot. You kind of get a good deal. But yeah, I'm the type to be stuffing gummies and stuff all over my shirt.
We got to do what we got to do. You know what I mean?
Bring it in the subway or the tacos,
Right. I brought a whole ass meal.
Everyone,
I can see that.
Someone next to me.
Yeah, someone next to me.
It was Boston Market.
Oh my god. Boy, this.
You know what's funny? It's just this should be in the whack news, but I did see this video on Instagram of this guy. They said, I guess he sneaks food into different places. Nice. So they said sneak food into the movie theater. It was harder from a buffet. So he goes to a buffet, he fills it up. It was harder for him to get the plate that he had paid for outside of the parking lot than it was for him to actually go into the movie theater. It was a whole ordeal. He's like, I paid for this. Like, can I just do this?
Oh
like,
no, the buffets
don't play. It was horrible. Yeah, they were like, oh man. But then he just like literally walked in with the plate. Like, no problem at the theater. But I mean, this is surprising.
I mean, the prices force you to get ghetto like that. Like, it's just... It just doesn't feel smart. I just don't. Yeah. I don't feel like I'm smart when I spend $25 per ticket, and then I gotta spend another $50 on the food. I'm like, shorty. I'm like,
ticket, what? I'm looking at 3D.
Yeah, hold on. Where you going?
4D shaking in my seat like damn.
You crazy? That's crazy.
I went to floors.
I went to a movie theater, man, and you can hit the button right, and they bring you drinks, and but that wasn't even $25 per ticket. That was like $11 per ticket, and they had a bar in there, and you can like,
my favorite.
And if you hit the thing, and the bartenders will come bring you what you want to drink. So I'm not sure where you going.
He's like, I don't know where I'm going. You gotta get your cinema game up.
Maybe I go to the movies in Beverly Hills every now and then. Maybe I want to spend
where they
that
got
money.
The 4D and the moving seats.
It ain't that much in Beverly Hills. You must be going out of space. You must be going Elon Musk up to Mars or something.
Ocean Gate number 2, but in the sky.
Oh my god.
Maybe.
All right. Well, we're gonna
get the point.
We're gonna get into one more track right here, and we'll get into some whack news.
Oh yeah, I got something. Okay.
You're listening to the KULDESAC Crew right here on TKK Radio.
Are you an independent artist? TKK Radio is looking for the hottest tracks for on-air consideration. Submit your track today to tkkradio@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you.
That's what's up on the KULDESAC.
Yo, it's your girl DJ ECP, and we are back here on the KULDESAC Crew, TKK Radio. We have special guests. You're mute for a reason, David G. He just keep talking. He just keep talking over here. Although we got some feedback up in here with the K.
I'm a little bit loud over here. My headphones are a little bit loud.
Okay, we got that. With the K. We got Spontaneous Worldwide in the house. We got Chosen One in the house. We got our crew here, right here. Right here, the KULDESAC Crew with the K. Okay, we're gonna get into some whack news here. Some whack news. Oh my gosh, y'all! I don't know what it is, but I got to report the lotto.
I
always talking about the whack news is when people in my city win the lotto, and it's not me.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts.
Yeah. Like, it hurts. So in whack news, we got the winner of the Powerball jackpot for $1.8 million. Mm-hmm. It was sold on Wednesday in Los Angeles. Las Palmitas mini market on Wall Street in Los Angeles. The mini The mini market owner was greeted by a swarm of media and cameras that morning. The owner in the store received a bonus of $1 million just from holding the ticket, just from selling the ticket. So, oh my gosh. That is whack news for me because I should be winning the lotto.
I mean, the Mega Millions is at 105 million right now.
I felt bad for the winner, though. Well, if that is the winner, allegedly, she was really having a freaking panic attack in front of everybody. She's like, "Oh shoot!" Like, if I found out I won $1 billion around a bunch of people, I would not want to be around them.
No,
you know, I was like,
collect my money.
I was like, lady,
Pooh Shiesty mask. That's what I'm wearing to collect my money.
I think anybody that's homeless, I think they should use $1 of the money they hustle to play the lottery. I think because at the end of the day, money is about investing. If you never invested, the money is basically going to get burned. So if a homeless person makes some money, at least that's the least they should do.
Life hack.
I say Fantasy 5. You have better odds.
Fantasy 5?
Yes, Fantasy 5.
All right.
They should buy a lottery ticket.
You don't have a big amount. It's like 500,000 at most, you know, but still.
Yeah,
if you're homeless, you hit it for like 20,000, you know.
And they make $1 a day. They make a little bit more than $1 a day, like a lot of homeless people.
All right.
Low key, I seen a homeless person actually get up in a Mini Cooper after doing their little daily thing, and I was like, "Yo," I was like, "Yo, you the homeless dude from the freeway exit." And he was like,
Yep. I just read a little. I mean, there's another part of the whack news.
Yeah,
I just read a whack news that a panhandler makes $120,000 a year.
I can believe that.
I'm just like, I'm over here hustling my fucking job for $60K, you know, and these motherfuckers over here. Can I get $1?
That happened to me yesterday. Okay, yesterday a panhandler was on the street and it had a sad sign, and I didn't want to be. I hate it because I'm like, I don't even know if this is real or not. How do I know that she died 4 days ago? I should have just Googled it, but I was like, okay, I'll give $1, and then. What happened was I took the last bill from the stack of my singles, and then when I put it in the cup, I see that it's a $5 bill. I'm like, that's all God right there. But that's happened to me before.
Wow. No more swishers this week.
No more swish.
You know what's so funny? Speaking of dollars, our album is $4.99, and I heard a rumor that someone here was going to actually buy it live on the radio station. I don't know who it's gonna be.
I don't know.
But
that doesn't sound like whack, though. That sounds pretty positive.
For real, right?
I'm just kidding.
Oh my goodness! No. Well, I mean, like, we got to talk about that in the next couple minutes, because we definitely want to be out here supporting our community right here. We definitely got some whack news, but that definitely isn't whack right there.
It's whack if we leave without $4.99. It's really whack.
Oh my gosh! I know that price is really good though. It's too good to be.
It's a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about working with like a snitch?
Whack news.
Let me tell you something, man. I'm from a place where, don't get me wrong, street code, it is a myth. It's just some, made up stuff so like people can sustain themselves in the streets. But someone got a target on their back, from a place where if you know there's a rat, that person snitch on you. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So you can't, if especially 90% of the time when someone is snitching on someone, you're snitching on someone that puts you in position to make money. Most of the time. So no matter which way you look at it, that's like me and Spawn. Like let's say we make $1 million off Gold Masterpiece, and the feds find out he might have been moving bricks from Mexico, whatever. Yeah. And let's just say I knew, like, you know what? I don't want to do 10, 15 years. Let me go ahead and snitch on Spawn. That's not cool, man. Yeah. So it's like, loyalty, honor, integrity, respect. You're not supposed to get down with them just to protect yourselves and your family.
What if you're offered $1 million?
Nah, you can't. You're not supposed to put money. But unfortunately, some people, they put money over, loyalty, honor, respect, integrity, and all those things. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what your values are.
Right, and I hear what you're saying. So, and that's dope. But what do you think about people that put their family on first before anyone when they shouldn't be in that position?
I mean, that's tricky. Like you saying, like you put your family in position, right?
Like what if we have someone super?
Because where I'm coming at is 6ix9ine made a collab album with Kodak Black, or a song with Kodak Black.
Yeah.
6ix9ine offered him $1 million.
He gave him $1 million. But you got to think.
And he made that collab happen.
But see, that's the thing. But you got to look at 6ix9ine, right? Look at his position. So he's trying to buy his way back in the good graces of not only in the music business, but the fans and the streets, right? So he's willing to actually pay to be. For people to forgive him. He's willing to pay, and forgiveness is actually free. If you really think about it, forgiveness is free. You'd be like, yo, you know what? I messed up. Dude, can you just like forgive me or whatever? So back to you saying, like, if you put your family in position to make money, I mean, when you doing illegal things, it's really, you're not doing it you're doing it for survival. I don't know nobody, and I'm outside, right? So I don't know nobody that's just doing illegal things for fun.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if someone puts you, you know what I mean? Let me
fun.
Yeah, let me do this for fun. Like I'm risking my life every day for fun. I could be killed. I could be taken to jail. I could be doing whatever.
Man.
You're doing it for survival, especially if you're a person of color in this country.
That part.
So like 6ix9ine, I'm not really. You don't get. You're not supposed to get down with. And if you do know snitching, I got kind of feed you a long hound spoon.
I hate this part of Tekashi 6ix9ine because, in all honesty, like I said, I'm from New York. Man, when he came out with like that first couple of tracks that were hitting back in like 2016,
all that shit was garbage.
Dude, no.
I don't give a fuck.
Listen, I'm in the nightlife.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm in the nightlife industry, so music like his is important to your BBWs that need to shake ass for cash. So understand those beats are necessary. Those are necessary.
And he passes the mic to Spontaneous.
Well, you don't, but obviously his bank account does, you know? So, like, and I'm going to say it, whatever, if I get I mean, I'm not anyone to get canceled anyways, but I'm going to admit that, like, as a like in the music nightlife part, I do believe he was talented and he could have gotten in better graces if he walked gracefully. You know, he saw himself at the top and kept going. But
yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Oh my gosh. What else we got on this whack news? Bees, I feel like you had something.
Yes. Well, I've been there before. I don't know if I feel Kanye on this because when you remember how we were talking about ultimatums and we were like, like you're either going to pick me or not. Well, Kanye tells Kim Kardashian to burn all his items. And
Kim Kardashian.
Yep. And Kim Kardashian revealed on the latest episode of The Kardashians, it's on Hulu, that Kanye told her to burn all of his items he had in storage and that he no longer had use for them. And Kim was actually devastated. And I remember watching that clip and she was like, I want to keep these things for his her children. And it's like a warehouse. It's a huge ass warehouse full of clothes. I'm like, this looks like Marshall's. This looks like a thrift store, but it's
all the unreleased.
It's not one of those one car garage.
And she's leaving it for her 3 kids, 3 or 4 children.
It's a whole public store. It's a little mini bank account.
At least they have clothes for life. And in some way, I'm kind of like a Kanye in this part. I'm like, forget about me. I don't care. Burn it. I don't care. I don't care what happens to it. So I think he's just being petty.
I know, but here's the thing. Like, there's merch from like the graduation, the graduate albums. Like, these are classic albums, merch stuff, products from these albums. This is part of history. This is part of the hip hop culture. Like, and it's something that like they can pass on to the kids. So Kim's saying like, hey, I'm sad. Like, I'm going to keep these. These are great memories that we had together. This is a great time, and my kids would love to maybe wear some of the outfits, play with the merch. I mean,
it will be a whole time capsule for them. Like you said, like
those
it's their
are really rich people problems, and it's so detached from reality.
It's not a rich people problem. You know how many divorces happen all the time?
Probably hundreds of thousands of dollars of clothes. That's like, dude,
what about an engagement ring that you gave someone, or like sneakers? It's like, throw it away. People don't say burn.
But here's the thing: you're saying it's a rich people problem, but Kanye's the one that's saying burn it, and Kim's the one that's saying let's keep it for the kids. Yeah, that's value. That's morals.
But both for that conversation, that's rich people problems. They're arguing about burning hundreds of $1,000s of clothes.
No, you're not. I don't agree with you, because the point is
merch.
Is that forget about the merch. It's a relationship where people had given each other things, and sometimes materialistic things are it begins with an S. There's sentimental value. So if you gave someone, you're not in a relationship, so maybe at this point you can't relate at the time. But like, let's say if God forbid, like he's getting engaged, or you guys are engaged or getting married, right? And God forbid, Lena's like, fine, take your ring back, and then he's like, nah, burn it. I don't care for it. Or if they have children, and then his,
you don't want to tell me that.
And then when he is rich, when you guys are rich, and she has, like his plaques, your guys' plaques all over the place. And then they get a divorce, God forbid, and then they have children, and then he's like telling her, oh, burn the plaques, forget about it.
I think let's keep it to the specifics of clothes compared to rings and things of that nature. Clothes, it's a little bit different. It's really like, it's clothes.
It's not. Well, I'm going to be rich, and I will have rich people problems eventually. So,
but you know what? It depends on your point of view. Like I'm, I've lost both of my parents. I treasure a worn T-shirt from my father.
You still smell them.
I mean, it's just it's deeper than that. You're saying it's material, but it's deeper than that, because these are children involved. These are parents. These are, Kanye might not be around next year.
Ooh,
so, I mean, these are products, these are parts of history that they can look back to. He's got 4 kids, so for him to say burn that, I really feel like that is very insensitive towards his children's feelings. What about his children when you're past? I'm looking at it differently, though. Like I said, I just lost 2 parents recently, back to back. So those kind of things, it's deeper than that, just material. So, shout out to Kim. I'm going to root for Kim. I feel like she's being the bigger one in this situation.
Yeah.
And I definitely think that's whack news. Okay. But,
it is whack. At the end of the day, it is whack.
Yeah.
It is whack. From that perspective, that is whack. Like, dude, relax.
Yeah.
Let the kids wear the clothes.
Exactly. Just let them. Well, we are wrapping up. We're getting into the end of the hour. We're going to go a little bit over because we started a little late. Okay. But we want to just wrap this up. We've got Spontaneous Worldwide in the house. We got Chosen One, both producers, artists. Let's talk about, we got this last project. Do you have any upcoming events? I know you got the album. We want to purchase it. How can people purchase it?
Yeah. Well, actually, the fastest way to purchase it is to go to our IG, which is Spontaneous Worldwide Music.
Okay.
So the link is in the bio. It's $4.99, same cost as just coffee that everybody gets every day, or potato chips. We kept it very economical because, like I said, our campaign is really. We're just kind of alleviating the streaming platform situation right now, and I think that every artist should kind of take heed to what we're doing and just realize that we're trying to move 100 units within 100 days, which is pretty extreme, but we're already like about over 50 right now, and it's something about doing things grassroots. You know what I'm saying? Touch the base with fans, and I think with the social media and all this AI and all these technologically advanced situations, people can be a little bit lazy and lose touch with fan base and rely on just friends and rely on just acquaintances and stuff like that. So we're just basically saying, if you don't like the music that's out there and you call it trash, you call it untalented, and you are talented, get back out there, move 100. If you think it's that easy, move 100. And to be honest, it's not as easy as you think. We set it real low, and like I said, this is his first project. This is definitely, like, I've put out projects before, and it's not as easy as you think. You know what I mean? So, and jokingly, when I say I would like somebody live to purchase the album, I know how difficult that is.
Yeah.
Because you might have a financial situation, your phone might be recording, you may not even have your phone. But at the end of the day, walking away with a sale is our goal, direct to consumer. We're not telling you to stream it because it's not on streaming platform. So it's like, it's really artist driven,
right?
Because artists should be compensated for their art some ways, somehow. So
right, and like you said, it is a cup of coffee. So I'll definitely show some support. I'll grab some cash.
we really appreciate that, like sincerely and genuinely.
Yes.
In real time, we appreciate that.
No worries.
And the album's great. It's a great album. It's $4.99. You know, Coi Leray just dropped an album, and
Shout out to her, yeah.
Bees was out when I just dropped. She was at the station when it dropped, and the album was $3.07. The whole album.
Yeah.
I was like, bye.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's dope. That's dope because
the thing, you know what's so cool about it is because, like I said, I hate to go back to the streaming thing, but it is great for consumers.
Yes.
But if
I bought the whole album.
Now you say you got a whole album for $3.75. We're selling a whole project that took us 3 years to make.
Well,
right, for $4.99. Now this is not us loading the street. No, you're going to get it directly from us.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It goes to your pocket.
You're empowering artists. You know what I mean? And you don't have to worry about, if my streaming account is off. No, once you hit that download link, you got it forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a moment. Now, if someone doesn't pay their TuneCore, United Masters, or DistroKid fee,
right,
all that music comes from.
Right.
They strip it off. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we only want to focus on or Apple Music.
If you don't pay your monthly, then you can't listen to the music you buy.
Over 100,000 songs being uploaded every day.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? So we would rather take 500 real fans than fake fans.
You know how you say that you're handing it out personally, or people should get it from you guys personally. I think you guys should also reach out to DJs. DJs are very, very important to the nightlife. That is one of the biggest ways I've seen artists, especially Cardi B, get where she is right now, because they're giving, and maybe you want them to buy it, but if you specifically sponsor DJs with your music to play this at the club, someone's gonna Shazam. I've seen it with my own eyes when I play Nug Life or something, and a dancer is Shazamming it.
Right.
That's gonna be DJs. I think you guys should target to sponsor.
Duly noted. And you're a young DJ, right? So you're gonna be.
I'm a little baby one.
Yeah,
I'll be playing.
We got a record for you. It's called "Tell Me." It's in the samples, the nice and slow, the ladies like that.
Yes. Send me club music. Send me booty shaking music.
Yeah.
The slow music works too, but yes, for sure. Send
you
it to me.
Know. We like when ladies shake that ass.
For sure.
Like that.
I mean, I'm downloading it. I'm gonna get the album right now. So
hey, thank you so much for the love and support. We appreciate it.
And we got your music too in rotation here at TKK Radio, and definitely respect the DJ. I mean, DJs are the ones that break your records.
Yes.
Do you remember that they break records? DJs.
Yes.
Respect the DJ.
Yeah. Yes. I agree. This is beautiful, man. We really appreciate the love, man. You guys can follow me, Chosen One, CHOSEN, the number one in the word forever. Click the link in the bio. You can buy the album, download it, show support.
Yo, spontaneous.
Now, if y'all need verses, if y'all need beats, just holler at us. We're very open to do a lot of things, a lot of video collaborations in the room right now. I think we was talking about Carefree, Crazy Fine. In the next 2 weeks, we will be shooting it. So we are definitely about to take it to another level. So we're going to be at a car show in Paris. So we're going to be in front of about 3,000 people.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And for the listeners, it's Paris, PERRIS. Here in California.
Paris.
Right?
It's not Paris.
Thank you so much for correcting us.
Well, here's the thing. We stream selectively worldwide, and we do reach France. We do reach different
Germany.
regions. So when you say Paris, there could be someone in the middle of the night right now listening from Paris, thinking that you're going to be there, and you're not.
Right.
So we're opening. We're shout out to my guy Sean. He brought us on. We worked together. We're going to be opening up for Sugar Free. Okay. It's September the 3rd. We're going to be posting it on our Instagram. So we love people. We're gonna be selling merch. We're gonna rock Golden Masterpiece, man. So stay tuned for that.
Check it out.
Yeah, we outside this year. Yeah. I know you see us.
Y'all got an official website or anything like that?
You can check out my site, spontaneousworldwide.com.
Oh, I saw it. Okay. I saw your gallery.
Hey, I mean, about this picture with my shirt off, I'm saying I'm on my LL Cool J. Sometimes you want to I work hard on my abs, and I feel I should not be ashamed to expose the 4.5 pack.
I hear you, but you
gotta put
You got that keg.
I'm over here with the dad body.
Could wash laundry with them abs.
I'm over here with the dad. I'm going to the gym tomorrow.
Dad bod.
Dad
He's
body.
got the dad shorts on. What was it? Like the daddy shorts? What is going on?
Dad
like
shorts.
Ken shorts.
Hey, Ken. Barbie just came out.
I'm
the Ken. Book.
Don't underestimate the dad summer bod. What you got? You got the socks and the sandals?
No
socks.
Here we go. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Well, we're wrapping up. David G, why don't you tell listeners where they can find you? Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can find me on Instagram at DavidG_Kuldesac. Same thing on TikTok. We starting to post videos there, So we starting to get live.
Hey.
Bees. You can bees. Why did I say my name?
Bees. What are you? Where do they find you?
I'm a third person. You can find me on Instagram, B__ZUS. I am Shadow Band. And you know what? Start following me on my TikTok too. It's BEEZBBY. I'm going to start posting. I have like 20K followers and I'm not doing anything with it. So start following me and I'm going to start posting. Oh, and I might be a fake. I'm going to start doing the NPCAI thing.
No, you're
so
not.
Stay tuned. Yes, I am.
Ice cream so good.
It's going to be like, yep, I have my catchphrases and everything. Yes, I am.
Look at her with her cat
With my
ears
cat
and
ears.
everything. You better believe that she's going to be on that. Oh my gosh. It's your girl DJ ECP. Oh my goodness. If y'all are looking to submit your music, you got some independent music, just make sure that stuff, get those mechanical licenses or copyrights, whatever you got to do to make it.
Covers.
Yeah, cross your T's, dot your I's when it comes to this music stuff, as long as you got that, send us over some music, send a cover art. I know we got some people that sent in some music today. We got Lisa Marie that submitted some music. We got Mr. I cannot even read your writing, Bees. I'm sorry. We got submissions. I cannot even read it. But shout out to these people that submitted.
Shout out to Cartier Steve, Mr. Make Play, J Active, and Lisa Marie for sending in some music. We're going to hear it right after the show.
Oh, yeah. J Active actually has been on the KULDESAC Crew. He's a part of Third Eye Tribe. Shout out to them. That's a team that we worked with almost over a decade.
Yeah.
So shout out to J Active. Yo, I know what he's sending is going to be y'all. So you're gonna hear that right here on the KULDESAC Crew. Catch me and Bees Wednesday nights, Women Crush Wednesday. We're always hosting. I got my co-host officially. We're celebrating and honoring every week 1 hour 5 music countdown, honoring the wonderful women of music and entertainment. You can catch us on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. You know where to find me. Hi off ECP at gmail.com that's my personal email that I just put out right there. No, you can find me on the IG. You can find me
on Instagram.
Just hit me up. Yeah.
AOL.com.
It's been a great episode, y'all.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Happy birthday. Happy born day.
Happy birthday.
Chosen One. What a night to celebrate.
Spontaneous Worldwide.
One of your first interviews too, documenting this legendary right here, Spontaneous Worldwide, for hooking it up.
Absolutely. Check us out on the ground. Yep. Spontaneous Worldwide Music. Please follow, and the link is in the bio to buy it if you've heard any music that resonates with you.
Yeah. No, and we got a shout out to Donkey Bong, Click Stage, man, coming in, putting together once a month these events.
Absolutely.
Connecting.
And that's why we're here. Shout out to him. Absolutely.
Man, bringing in some really dope MCs to his shows, hip hop, the culture, celebrating the culture. It's part of the culture right here. So here we are, the KULDESAC Crew, and that's perfect timing. We're about to end this. Spontaneous, you answer that phone.
Hey, Quincy
Y'all
Jones.
have a wonderful
I'm with TKK Radio right now. All you want to do is you want to redo Billie Jean?
Y'all have a wonderful,
spontaneous. If you really want to do it, you just got to come to the studio. Bring Chosen.
Oh my gosh, we got Spontaneous Worldwide, and we got Chosen One. Thank you again. Y'all have a wonderful Sunday night. KULDESAC Crew on TKK Radio.
Let's pop this bottle.
Take care.
All the phones are done.
That's what's up on the KULDESAC.